Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Elimination Chamber results. As you can tell, to the photo to the right of me, this photo, right here, this photo, as you can tell, Roman's laid out and Edge is pointing to my Patreon time. So, go subscribe to my Patreon. $3 a month, that's all I'm asking. Help us out, that's some big stuff starting tomorrow. Got something going on. I'll post a little teaser I made earlier for it on there as well. Elimination Chamber, it's in the books. It was good, decent showing. It was only like 2.5 to 3 hours long. So short pay-per-view, but I know everybody's all about that now. I mean, I'm only paying $10, so why the hell not? Also, as you can tell, we got the titles hanging now, minus the fanny pack, because it's the one title we don't really care about. But unfortunately, Vince is not here today. He'll be back tomorrow for us doing our new thing. I asked him if he wanted to come over to do this. He said no, he was good. I'll do it since I was the one who watched it. But did not win. We ended up tying. So yeah. We did add the women's tag team match last minute. It's over on the YouTube. Go check it out. Find a lot of great or terrible, whichever you prefer, stuff over at our YouTube at youtube.com/smack2matt with 2 T's and the number 2. We do got some gameplay over there. We do watch-alongs with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, something we decided to pick up during our time off from wrestling for a while to regroup and get back on it. Also, I've been busy a lot as well. Kids, family, you know how to do. But yeah, go check our YouTube channel where you'll find this. Pretty soon I'll start posting stuff over on the Patreon, as well as if you go to our YouTube channel, you can find me on Twitter, our video game usernames. If you guys want to ever challenge us to a game or anything, feel free. We'll get that all squared away at some point in time. So, anywho, I missed the pre-show. Apparently, they announced that Keith Lee was injured. So that is whether it's storyline or legitimate. I don't know. Like, giving a crap right now. But yeah. So they had a fatal 4-way. The winner would get put into the U.S. title picture match, and it was Elias, Mustafa Ali, Ricochet, and Johnny Mundo. So apparently John Morrison won that match, so he is now in the card for that match. So it was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. Thought it was good. They did scrap the Asuka versus Lacey Evans storyline match, so Asuka did not defend her title at this previous pay-per-view. By the way, I know I'm a day behind. I apologize. Like I said, busy day yesterday and I was too tired. I'll try to stay more up to date on stuff. The best of my abilities. I'm one man. Me and Vince, and we're doing this when I can, when I have the time. So bear with me, and we'll keep on keeping on. All right, sound good? All right, sounds good. But yeah, so we kicked off the show with the SmackDown Elimination Chamber match. Their first 2 entrants in that were Daniel Bryan and Cesaro. Pretty good match. I think it was about 30 minutes long total. You had King Corbin in third. You had Sami Zayn in 4th. Then you had Kevin Owens in as 5th, and Jey Uso had the advantage. King Corbin was the first man eliminated, and Sami Zayn was the next one eliminated, and then Uso eliminated KO, I believe, or KO eliminated Uso, and then I can't remember the exact order how they got eliminated, so I apologize again. So So, but I do the best with what I can remember. So, and like I said, I'm going to try to keep this short, sweet, and to the point. So, anyways, good part of the match that I recall, somebody was leaving the chamber and Jey Uso took KO's arm and put it in the door and was just pushing it against his arm. So, and then, yeah, arm damage, kind of, yeah, you know the routine. Yeah, you know the routine. Damn, could have done that. Oh well. So, anyways, yeah, good match overall. The final two in the match, or the first two in the match, Cesaro and Daniel Bryan, if memory serves correctly. If not, go to WWE.com, click on Elimination Chamber results, and you can read it all there. That's it. This is my take on it. Thought it was a good match. Daniel Bryan won the match. Immediately after, Roman came out to defend his title against the wounded Daniel Bryan, getting the upper hand, of course. As you can tell by the photo that I have right there. You know how that match ended, obviously. So Bryan was getting up. Ref was making sure he was okay to go. He was okay. Roman went to hit him with a spear, I think, and Daniel Bryan turned it into the label lock and held that in for a good about a minute or two. And then Roman broke his way out. Daniel Bryan tried to hit a couple yes kicks, did not. Got hit with, I believe, Superman punch. It did. Excuse me. Roman hit the guillotine on him. Passed out. He wins, which we all saw that coming. Then he's celebrating. He gets on the turnbuckle. Basically raises the championship up. I'm your champ. Blah, blah, blah. Steps down, turns around. My boy right there. My boy right there, Edge. Spears him. Looks at him. Says, I'll see. Basically says, I'll see you at Mania. He gets down on his knees and tells him something. And then he points to the WrestleMania sign. And as he points to the WrestleMania sign, he's like, pyro just went off. It was actually cool. So, like I said, because I saw it happening. If you didn't see it, all right, whatever. I saw it happening because, like I said in my previous videos, when I did my Royal Rumble results, like I said, Edge stated that he wanted to fight Roman because he thinks he can tell a good story. So far, they are telling a good story. And it's spear versus spear. They both spear each other, and then but yeah, so Edge versus Roman, main event of night 2, probably, of WrestleMania. Edge just won that match. I'm picking him now. Stating it now. I'm not going to change my answer. Picking Edge to win. So, moving on. Next up, we had the because there's only 4 matches on the card. 5 if you include the pre-show. So next up, we had the Bobby Lashley United States match. If memory serves me correctly, which was Bob Lashley, Johnny Morrison, and Matt Riddle. Match was pretty good. Morrison and Riddle just get beat crap out of by yours truly, big man Bobby Lashley. Good man. And so the ending, so it's kind of a wonk finish, but they protected Lashley because he did not eat the pin. Finish saw John Morrison hit Starship Pain on Lashley towards the ropes. He moved him away from the ropes, goes for the pin, and MVP yelled at him to kick out. He does, and MVP started talking, and Morrison was like, dude, will you just shut up? And MVP's like, what are you going to do? Morrison slides out of the ring, like, talking shit to him, and he's like, dude, shut up. Got a match going on. Shut up. And he's like, I'm helping my client, basically. He's like, I'm helping Lashley out. He's like, shut up. He's like, wait, you want to throw down? I'm injured because he's out there with a crutch. Dude, I think he hurt his leg a while back. I don't know. Morrison's like, yeah, takes the crutch, and then he's like, no, I don't want any trouble. gets in the ring like he's about to hit Lashley with it. Lashley ducks, put him in the hurt lock. Riddle gets it, smacks Lashley upside the head with it, hits Lashley with the Final Flash knee strike. Lashley gets basically tossed out of the ring, hits Bro Derek on Morrison, gets the win, your new champ. Riddle, which I kind of saw that happening, but at the end of that match, I was like, match is going to happen. And I'm like, Lashley's going to get put in that main event title scene somehow. I was hoping he would have pulled an Edge and just came out and just beat up Jeff Hardy or Kofi and just walked in the chamber like Edge did a while back ago. I mean, Jeff ain't doing much anyways. No offense to Jeff, he's one of my favorites, but he ain't doing much. So Riddle wins. Lashley and MVP are just pissed. Next match we had Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler taking on Banks and Belair for the Women's Tag Team Championship. Some Mollier came out at the end, or with some champagne to try to help him out. Did not work to his advantage. Shayna and Nia still won the match, which we all knew was going to happen anyways. So, yeah. Basically, the storyline there is Mollier is going to turn on Carmella at some point, I'm pretty sure. And, yeah. So, and then next up is basically your main event, which was the Raw side of things. They do as a recap. AJ comes out first. He gets put in the pod. He's got Amos with him. And Sheamus and Kofi come out. And then Jeff and Orton were your first two in the ring. The funniest part, in my opinion, before the match even started was when Orton came out. He was just glaring at everybody in their pods, basically. Kofi is just great. He always has been, in my opinion. He's underrated as hell. Give that man that freaking title yet again. He deserves it. He's a draw, man. Underdog, but draw. Think about it. Kofi Mania a couple years ago was great. We all knew he was going to win. But, like, I don't know if you guys seen the video of MVP and I think it was Shad from Crime Time. They were watching that Mania at like a bar or something. And when Kofi won, they were legitimately like tears of joy because that man put in the fucking work and got that shit done. Which, thanks to the build, the story was great. Go rewatch it if you got the network, which is soon going to be on Peacock. Heads up. Thank you for listening. Anywho, Kofi was just giving Orton shit. It was like, yo, man, you been working out? I was like, look at them quads, man. Look at them quads. You been doing those squats? A lot of people were thinking he was just trying to get him to crack before the match, just to lighten up the mood. Which, I'm cool with that. It's all right. So, yeah, the first man out was actually Kofi. Because somehow, or not Kofi, Randy Orton. Somehow Kofi, I think he went to do something, and Orton countered it, and he countered it into basically a backslide or a schoolboy, and pinned him and got the win. Then after the match, he just hits RKOs on everybody, and then as he's leaving the chamber, Moss rips off the plexiglass off AJ's chamber. AJ runs in to try to get the pins on everybody since they're all laid out due to the RKO. Excuse me. Then, obviously, we already know Sheamus is your final entrant in the match. Match starts. When Sheamus got in there, Sheamus and Drew were just throwing blows, man. It was great. Those two one-on-one would be phenomenal, in my opinion. However, Dwayne's looking, not thinking that's going to happen, but we'll see what happens if and when it does happen. Anyways, your final 2 men in the match, your final 3 men in the match were AJ, Sheamus, and Drew. Sheamus had hit a bro on. Yeah, he hit a bro kick on Drew. Was about to pin him. He turned around. AJ hit this phenomenal forearm. pins Sheamus. Sheamus is eliminated. Sheamus rolls out of the ring. Drew's starting to come to. AJ realizes that, goes to the springboard, or hit the phenomenal forearm again. Drew catches him, Claymore midair. Drew retains. Congratulations to Drew. Awesome. He's kind of celebrating. He's kind of trying to get up. He's selling the injuries from the match, obviously. He's getting up. They lift up the cell. Out of nowhere, Drew reaches, does his thing, turns around, and just like what Edge did to Roman earlier, Bobby Lashley came out and just speared the shit out of him. It looked good. Can't wait. It'll be great. And then Bobby Lashley just worked him over, just beating the crap out of him. Lashley goes to walk up the ramp to leave. Miz's music plays. Miz and a referee come down to ringside. Miz is finally cashing in his money in the bank contract. He does. Drew said he can go. They ring the bell. It's official. No Morrison at ringside. Miz cashes in. Hits his signature DDT. Drew kicks out. Drew's starting to come to. So as he's coming to, Miz goes over to him. Picks him up. Skull crushing finale. Pins him. 1, 2, 3. Your winner and new WWE champion, The Miz. A lot of people are pissed about it, but come on, he had to do it at some point. Get mad. It's just leading to a bigger, better story. In this case, Bobby Lashley getting that fucking title that he's so deserving of before he left the first time. He should have had that title back when he first came into the scene. That's my opinion. I love Bobby Lashley. Go watch some of his little shit. It was good. When he fought John Cena in a one-on-one match at like Night of Champions or something, he should have won it then. But Vince or whoever just don't see nothing in Lashley. Now they're making Lashley the dominant powerhouse that we know he can be, and he's a heel. And it's time for another heel champion because we know they're going to give it to Edge at Mania. They're probably going to give it back to Drew at Mania. But we'll see how those cards play out. As much as I'd much rather see just let it play out just a little bit longer. Just let Lashley get that Mania moment. If you want to, do the 3-way. Do Drew or Fatal 4-way. Drew, Sheamus, Lashley, Miz. 4-way for that title. Drew or Miz, Lashley or Sheamus win that title. Yeah, so there's before I forget, before the chamber match, it did show MVP talking to the Miz backstage. They didn't have any audio or any cameras, so it's like, MVP must be talking to the Miz about what happened with John Morrison in that match, why he wouldn't fall in line or whatever. Anyways, next pay-per-view is Fastlane for WWE, which will be March 21st, I believe. So a few weeks. We'll do predictions for that as well. Revolution is coming up next Saturday, I believe, and we'll do our AEW predictions for that as well. So, kept this kind of short and sweet to the best of my ability. So, once again, I thank you guys for coming, hanging out with me, listening to this. If you like, subscribe, tell your friends. We got plenty of content on this channel, man. So, have a good time. Thank you again. Go do what Edge is doing, pointing to that Patreon side. Go subscribe. As soon as I get a couple guys over there and I get more time to do stuff and not be so god dang tired of life, or I get a laptop, either or. So, anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Have a good day. Hope you enjoyed, and come back tomorrow, Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Pacific, I believe. Whatever time zone Nebraska's in, because that's where we are. There will be a awesome video posted up. Hope you guys enjoy it. And thanks for listening. This is Matt from Smack to the Mat. I'm out. Have a good day.